It's easy to get overshined when there's a top prospect playing along with you at the same position. However, some of these lesser known prospects end up being the better player than the ones ahead of them. Is Blake Fisher one of those guys? Find out in this 2-minute drill. Fisher is a right tackle prospect for Notre Dame, starting there for 2 years while Joe Alt played opposite to him at left tackle. Fisher comes in with good measurements for a tackle at 6'6" and 310 pounds with 34 and 3/8 inch arms. Fisher is a project at tackle. He has a ton of desired traits for the spot. His arm length at 34 inches help him cut down longer defenders and sustain blocks against them. He has good foot speed, which allows him to cut off the outside against speed rushers and stay in front of them. He has a good frame that could pack on some weight as he continues to fill out. Fisher has good punches that slow down would-be rushers and allows him to handle them effectively. Unfortunately for Fisher, there are a lot of flaws in his game that will prevent him from being an effective pass blocker out of the gate. The biggest one is his inability to recover after a lost rep. If Fisher gets bull rushed or attacked by speed to power effectively, that player is probably getting a pressure against the QB. Fisher's letter weight caused him to lose to power quite often, resulting in a collapsing pocket against the QB. Fisher is also guilty of oversetting, losing the inside against finesse rushers who can get a free path for a sack. In the run game, Fisher's good athleticism allows him to execute pulls to a high degree of effectiveness. He is also able to get in front of his rushers and create lanes for his running backs. He is effective at sealing the edge to clear defenders out of gaps. Fisher has similar technique issues here though, mainly his inconsistent hands. Too often, he is late out of the snap or late to throw his hands up, and he allows defenders to attack his chest to stack and shed him. For a pro comp, Blake Fisher reminds me of Yanni Kajus. Kajus was another long-limbed offensive tackle prospect who needed some time to develop before moving to a starting job. Unfortunately, injuries derailed Kajus' career, but I can see a similar developmental arc for Fisher. For a draft range, Fisher is a solid upside prospect where you can see him succeeding in the NFL. He's too raw for my taste to be a day one starter, but in 3 years I would not be surprised to see him locking down the right side of an offense. For those reasons, I would take Fisher in the 3rd or 4th round. And that's the 2-minute drill.